Peace, y'all. Yes. Greetings. Happy Sunday to everybody in the building. You dig? What crypto should we buy? I will make sure that we could answer your question properly when the good brother Chicago pulls up. But for right now, I would say get you some XRP. Get some XRP. According to the charts, the whales are buying up XRP religiously right now. So I would definitely go ahead and snatch up some XRP. Okay? But like I said, when the brother Chicago Crypto pulls up, I'm going to make sure to ask him that question. Any questions that y'all may have, just go ahead and write it down. And I'll make sure to ask the good brother when he pulls up. You know what I mean? And we'll get your questions answered. But if you really, really want to get information and you really want to get enlightened and you really want to be educated, you should be joining the Patreon. The link is in the bio. We are currently in a 4-week course phase with our good brother Chicago Crypto Block Bully, and we are at class number 3, and all of the classes are available. The brother's been dropping some fire, you know what I mean? I'm not just saying that because we're doing it together, but if there's any students in the building and you've been in class, just let leave an emoji. Because I could be biased and whatnot, but y'all leave an emoji and you let everybody else know the quality of information that's being delivered to you by the good brother Chicago Crypto Block Bully. He's going in, like I promise you. He's showing us all kind of formulas and methods and plays and whatnot that make all of the sense. And once again, we don't do speculation over here. We do application. I pride myself and not being one of those teachers that only give you speculatory information, shit that you have to speculate about, that you could never really use, that you can't put to use right away. No offense to the people who do that, but that's just not, that's not my MO. I'm not into shit like that, and I don't really think that y'all should be either, respectfully. But I'm not going to tell brothers and sisters that are on this path and y'all just out there looking for whatever works. And I was there before. I'm there still. You know what I mean? I'm there still. I'm still open to listen, to sit in class. I go to lectures. You feel me? Like, I'm a humble student. I consider myself a master student, but I will never stop learning. I will never stop. So I will always be in front of a teacher, whether I don't care the nationality. It doesn't matter. The tax bracket, I'm not checking your W-9. I don't give a fuck. Like, information is information. So if a lot of people are out there tapping in to information that you can't use and you can't prove if it's real or not, you'll eventually grow out of that. It's a phase. You know what I mean? It's definitely a phase. So shout out to everybody who is truth seeking. Shout out to everybody who is a truth seeker, because you have good intentions. My daddy said you have to be a good study. Yes, indeed. They got some technology out right now. They got AI that you could upload a PDF, like a scientific research paper for all of my researchers out there, right? For the scientific researchers, for the metaphysical researchers. The AI is advanced right now. They got tools where you could upload your PDF right to it and the shit will break it down to bullet points. I'm talking about scientific papers that you be like, what the hell is I don't understand anything in this paper, but you could take classical books that were written in the 1400s and run it through AI and translate it. I've been translating some German books. You feel me? And the information that's coming out of that translation is mind blowing, right? There are biblical texts written in Latin. You could easily translate that with a click of a button right now. You could translate, you could take PDFs from, it doesn't matter from when, and translate it. You could make it study notes. They got AI tools where you could turn that shit into a course. All kind of shit right now. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say that as a result of these tools, the information in our community or our networks should upgrade real quick. We shouldn't be dealing with the level of information that we was dealing with a year ago. Like there should be a master teachers or master students should be emerging from out of the audience. You know what I mean? Not to take anything away from the brothers and sisters that are teaching right now, that are on the world stage and whatnot. But with the rise of AI, I'm sitting back and I'm waiting for the new teachers to show up who know how to use the technology to their advantage, and they have something to offer that they could bring to the people. You got Bloomberg GPT, like all of the financial dudes and whatnot. They so arrogant that they won't really tap in and learn from the teachers that are teaching the AI, but they could have stepped their shit up and they could have been posting more results than the NVIDIA stocks, because they was all going crazy over NVIDIA stocks the other day. And I'm like, that's light work. Nigga, that's light work. It's so much more to be gained other than, y'all could be bodying it. Look at the Pepe coin. I don't know if anybody invested in that, but that shit went crazy. It doubled. Like, what did it do? 300% increase? I mean, 300% increase. The shit is crazy, bro. All I'm saying is, for all of the aspiring teachers out there that want to make an impact, y'all should be using technology to your advantage. The same way niggas use Google, don't let nobody shame you into what you doing with Chat GPT. Because when we was coming up, it was a branch of teachers that was using Google, right? When the old school teachers didn't know about Google, Bobby and them was still using light fucking blackboards and whatnot. Bobby and Phil and them was still writing and shit. They was using pads. The new teachers was Googling shit. They had the technology. So the Google of those days, that's what the AI is today. So I'm like, you take advantage of that. Use that shit to your advantage. Don't feel shamed. Don't ever let anybody shame you into not picking up and touching the technology so it can help increase your quote unquote your demonstration, right? Because if that was the case, then all of the people that was using Google back in the days, then we could shame them, and we're not going to do that, because that's the equivalent of what that is. They was using search engines. Now people are using what is known as chatbots. Somebody said you ain't gonna shame me out of knowledge. Yeah, don't let that shit fly. Don't, because I see people, there's teachers, they doing their little YouTubes and they doing their clips and whatnot, and they talking down on the technology while they're on their iPhone 14, and it seems like, peace to Chicago, crypto in the building, Islam King. Yes, the good brother has joined us. I'm ready when you are. And it seems like, it doesn't seem genuine. Their critique, it doesn't seem genuine. I saw them using Midjourney. I don't believe them. That's AI. It doesn't seem genuine. It seems as if they feel like that's competition to their quote unquote. They don't want they got something going sweet with the people, and they don't want that to be disrupted by this disruptive technology. Peace to the God.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
There we
It's
go.
on.
There we go. Islam, what's going on, Nova? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, brother. I'm better now when you here. You know what I'm talking about?
Always, always. It's a pleasure to
Always,
be here once again. It's a pleasure to be here.
always a pleasure to have you. You know what I'm talking about? Always a pleasure to have you. Always know that I'm about to walk away from anytime we link up, I'm about to walk away saying I learned something new today. You
Hey,
dig?
that's my whole purpose, is to make sure individuals learn something new each and every time I speak. Even though it may be repetitive, at times what we don't understand is that when you're taking new information, you're gonna have to hear it at least 7 times before it starts making sense if it's completely new to the mind, because the brain will reject information that it deems foreign.
It definitely does. It's almost akin to how the music, the radio stations program us with songs that we don't necessarily, our brain rejects it at first. You know, our brain or our mind, it will reject certain frequencies, whether good or bad. But repetition is key, right? There's certain YouTube videos that I watch about 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
And each time I'm picking up something new. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
because when my brain was registering that aha moment from the information that I received 5 minutes prior, it didn't even catch the other information that came down the line and whatnot. So you are absolutely correct with that, bro. You know, I'm glad that you've been repeating a lot of information because, you know, your student body, once again, they were able to benefit immensely off of the fact that you were staying 10 toes down on your information and you did not pivot and you did not begin to sway and things of that nature when the bear market hit. You didn't let it affect you the way that I saw it affect other people, to whereas they put their teaching down and they started doing other things. You know?
Yeah, and that's reason behind that be, everybody got to understand, in the bull market, red pill, everybody's right.
Right.
You could throw money at the wall in the bull market and the wall's going to pay you. And, oh shit, the wall paying. Let me put some more money into the wall. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But when the tides turn and you really got to have that knowledge base, it's almost like back in the day when we used to play video games, they let you play against the computer, but you would actually put on another controller and play against nobody and beat his ass.
Right.
It's that easy in the bull market, man. You're going to win every single time.
You're going to win. It's like a hit record as an artist. You know, when you put out a hit record, all of the doors open up. Everybody's your friend. You could do no wrong. But the minute that hit record dies out and you put up your follow single and the shit is not doing what it's supposed to do, you're in a bear market.
Facts. Damn, I never even thought about it like that.
Your phone stops. Your phone ain't ringing as frequently. You know what I mean? The shit is not hitting the way it used to be. You're not getting those what you do in Texas and whatnot. And you have to endure. And the people that stuck with you when you were enduring, you know that those people are really solid. They tend to be more solid than the people that are fly by night. Right. And then boom, you back in that bull market, you get another hit. And then they back on the bandwagon again. So unfortunately, that is an analogy of how we see these markets.
Exactly. And what's interesting about it, just like the market, you got artists that go into that bear market and never recover. You know what I'm saying? They never recover. And that's similar to individuals that get into this bear market and then leave it alone. And then try to come in late at the ass end again instead of preparing in the bear market like they should. A lot of individuals think that you're supposed to jump in when money is moving quick, and that's when you make all the money. You really make all the money by getting in when times are bad around everybody else that doesn't understand the space. That's when you're really able to make that sit back on your ass money. Because by the time everybody else is picking, oh, shit, Bitcoin, 60,000, 50,000, oh, man, let me go. You was grabbing it at 27,000. You didn't double your money. You didn't triple your money. You didn't quadruple your money with some of these other lower altcoins getting in when you did. So now you sitting back selling to the newcomers that are going to get burnt next time around.
Right. Question. Do you remember, if I jog my memory, I could pull up the exact date, but do you remember when Bitcoin was just at 16,000?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, look, if you go back and see the beginning of the year, the very first day, January 1st, I put on my page. I put a screenshot just like this. Bitcoin was 16. If I'm not mistaken, Ethereum was like 1,100. I'm like, let today be the day that you start to make a difference in your financial settings, with your financial status or something to that effect. I'm like, we're going to come back and look at these prices a year from now. We're not even a year in right now and look at the prices from where they was at.
Right. And for everybody that may not be aware of it, good brother, you did say to, I'm gonna let a little bit of information out from our weekly class. You were telling everyone, you were telling the students that one of their best investments that they could do, one of the easiest investments to onboard themselves into cryptocurrency would be through Cash App, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically taking their fiat and turning it into BTC or Bitcoin and whatnot. And I'm not necessarily speaking about buying a whole coin because some people are not able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you were saying that even if we were to put 200 or 2,000 on a $27,000 coin, we're basically buying fractions. And those fractions could also increase in value as well, correct?
No, 100%. In fact, I'm glad you spoke on that. A lot of individuals think you got to have a whole coin in order to make money. What they don't understand is that, y'all, it's not the dollar amount that you're looking for. It's the percentage gain.
Right. Okay.
It's all about the percent. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes from 27,000 to 28,000. It matters to your pocket what type of percentage gain that is, because that's going to dictate the amount of return that you're going to get. So like right now, Bitcoin's up 3% for the day. Depending on what you put in there is going to determine the amount of return that you have. So if you only put $10 on Bitcoin, you got a 31% return. $100, $3.12. $1,000, $31.30. And we're going up as we speak. And so on and so on and so on. So what people have a misconception of, right, Red Pill, let's say we was both making the same investment. Boom, you put a huncho on there.
Right.
We'll say 10,000 on there, right?
Right.
It moves to 3%. Your huncho is going to get you that 3%. That's going to be $3 on $100, right? You
Right.
have $3 gain on $100. Me, on the other hand, on a $10,000 position, let me see, I'm going to have a $30 profit. Right? Now, individuals will look at our accounts and be like, damn, he did more than you, Red Pill.
Right.
He out-traded you, or he made a better position than you because no, it ain't the fact that I made more. We made the exact same percentage gain. It's the fact that I had more. So I didn't do anything different than you.
Right.
Just that I have more money.
Right. So initially, your initial investment was more volume.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So yes. But off of the raise in a percentage, we basically both came up.
Yeah, we both came up. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no difference in the percentage gains that me and you were able to receive. Absolutely no difference. It's just the difference of, like you said, the value or the volume of what each one of us put in, because you're only going to get back what you put into it. You're not going to get anything extra. People have this idea that they're going to put in $100 and wake up, it's going to be 8,000, 7,000. The shit don't work like that. Now, let me say this, though, Red Pill.
Yeah.
It can work like that.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about this space. It can work like that, but it's not the norm.
Talk to me about the Pepe coin real quick, because that piqued a lot of people's interest back into the I know it was a pump and dump, you know.
So those are what we would call meme coins.
Meme coin.
Okay? Those are what you call meme coins. Meme coins are coins that come out and ultimately have no value, but are able to see quick gains because of the low liquidity of them and the price of them. So a lot of times when they come out, they're hundreds and thousands of fractions of a penny. So you can literally move something a couple $1,000% with a couple of $1,000.
Right.
You get what I mean? So when you're seeing these new coins come out, family, this is like playing the lottery. This is one reason I don't promote these type of currencies on my page, is because of what you see in the aftermath of it. You get what I mean? A lot of individuals like to see the new, they put in $100 and made a couple million. Y'all, this is the one we need to get on. No, that's a sinking boat. If he already made $1 million off 100, the move is over with. Like, that's another thing. We got to realize coming in the door late. Family, if we hitting the lick, Red Pill, let's say we whatever the case may be, and you see us running out with all the merch and everything.
Right.
And you come up, What did you go? We got everything. What did you going in? You're gonna get caught 9 times out of 10.
That's like somebody going on IG one day and then they see somebody ran out the Louis store in San Francisco on a viral clip, and they tell their boys, we going to Louis today.
Yeah, you're gonna go in Louis and get caught.
Louis.
The move is over with. It's the same thing like this. So
yeah.
everybody that bought Pepe on the pump right here since the 6th of May, you ain't been doing nothing but losing money. It's been going down since then. So all those latecomers and all those well-wishers and all those, hey, this is the pump to the moon. Nah, this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. Now, can you gamble with extra liquidity? Ain't nothing wrong with gambling, but I wouldn't feel right introducing gambling to a community that's already been hurt financially so much as a lot of us. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm not in here to have people gamble with their money, Red Pill. I'm really trying to help individuals free themselves from the normal way of thinking about money and the position that they're put in because of their way of thinking about money.
Right. And I'm glad that you brought that up. This is a disclaimer for everybody in the building as we move forward that no, we are not here to promote get rich or die trying schemes. We're not here to push pump and dumps. We are not really a pro. We're not pushing the gambling life and whatnot. I don't have too many things negative to say about people that play dice and people that do the scratch offs and lotto players and whatnot. I'm not here to judge you. Do what you do. You know, my son is 15 years old. He's on FanDuel and all of that. He be betting against John Morant and all these niggas. Like, that's his thing, right? But that's not what we're doing. We are more so playing a long game. Mm-hmm. That we're teaching the people about investing and more about the long game and also about passing down quote unquote assets, right? Mm-hmm. to your loved ones. You know, being able to sleep comfortably knowing that you have about 3 or 4 Bitcoins in a stash and whatnot. And knowing that you have a little bit of gold and silver, and knowing that you have a little bit of stocks and bonds and whatnot. Right. So when you see all of the fear mongering taking place about who's not rocking with the US dollar and who's doing this and who's doing that, it doesn't affect us the same.
Facts.
It doesn't hit our eardrums the same way that it hits somebody who's butt naked and they don't really have too much quote unquote cushion. So we're more so about the cushion play over here.
Facts. Let me speak on something. One of the biggest misconceptions we got from our demographic and one of the biggest psyops they pushed on us is the value of cash and how much cash you need to have and how much money you need to have and how many stacks you need to have. And
right.
Family, you can't do shit with bread but spend it.
Right.
That's it. That's all. The idea that they never shared with us is to have assets that are valued or denominated in US dollars that have the ability to appreciate against the US dollar. That way your wealth grows automatically with the overall system of monetary goods and services, because it's all about what you are worth. If you're worth something, you can grow your net worth. Man, how do I even explain it, Joe? It's almost like the law of attraction, Red Pill.
Right.
Whereas if you're able to produce in a market and keep that production coming and then be able to produce things that produce on their own without you having to move a muscle, that means you are holding things that as the inflation comes in, as the value of the dollar goes down, in fact, as an example, bro, we could have held, let's just say eggs didn't expire. A nigga could have held eggs over the last 6 months, bro. Woo. And you would have been up per the amount of eggs you bought. Wasn't that just a big thing a couple of months ago? People talking about going to get chickens and shit because the price of eggs went up.
Yeah, I know some people that did. They got chickens and whatnot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. But we got to keep that same idea because look, let me rephrase it. The price of eggs didn't go up. The value of the dollar or the transacting instrument went down.
Down. Right.
So now if you have items that are denominated against that accounting system, the value of what you are worth is going to raise with it. So if you was worth $100 one week, you might be worth $120 next week. 150 the week after that. That's what y'all got to think of. How can I grow what I like to call the Federal Reserve value amongst myself without me actually having to continue continuously slave for that dollar versus how can I make things make the dollars for me. It's almost like an automated machine. You want to automate your wealth growing process. And the easiest way that I've found is to be able to have the mindset, and it's almost like the old bartering system, but to be able to trade these assets back and forth between those denominated numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's it. Go ahead.
I got a question that came from one of the students that I would love to ask you. I was going to ask it during class today, but I'm going to ask it on the live if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So you've been dropping methods on DeFi and how to basically take out loans against your own money or your own deposits and whatnot. Powerful. Powerful. I appreciate
the new credit system, the new banking system.
Credit,
you are the bank
system. Fire. I want to know, or the student wants to know, how are loans paid back on DeFi platforms such as Aave and Avalanche? Like, what's the process of paying them back?
Okay, so you got 3 ways to pay back a loan, depending on what you know. The first way is you paying back a loan based off the profit that you made. Different ways to look at it. If you took a loan out in order to invest elsewhere, you should then be able to pay that loan off with the profits from that investment.
From that investments. Okay, that's one.
That's one. That's the easy. That's the hands down. You take a loan out, you got to pay it back out of pocket. Okay.
All right. Real quick before you continue. So what you're saying is, let's say that I take out a loan about $10,000, and then I put $9,000 on NVIDIA or Tesla or one of these stocks and whatnot, and then they have a rally and shit like that. It goes parabolic. You're saying that I now I take the proceeds off of that and I pay back the loan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Continue, please.
Now, just so they can understand how complex this system is now, the original deposit that you put in is paying you back 2 different interest rates. You're getting paid a annual percentage yield and annual percentage rate. One, you're getting paid back in the original deposit of the whatever asset you put in, because you got to understand, when you open up the savings account, you can put in either the equivalent of United States dollars, or you can put in assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, possibly Matic, Avalanche, Aave, Chainlink, which are then appreciating or volatile assets will have the ability to appreciate or depreciate. So that's number one, right? So within that deposit account, you're going to be getting paid out passively from that every day. And depending on what you put in that deposit account, you have the ability to appreciate that original deposit. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you would have put Ethereum in that account, we'll say back here around the 10th of March. It's only the 28th.
Right.
Okay? Your deposit would now be up 34%. So let's do the math. Let's say we would have put, let's say in order for us to take out that $9,000 loan, we put in $20,000, because you always got to have an over collateralization.
Right.
So we put $20,000 in the savings account. We took out a $9,000 loan. We are up 34% on that $20,000 deposit. So now we're looking at $26,800.
Damn.
Okay. Within not even within a month, within a couple of weeks.
Not even within a month. Oh, that's fire.
So now you have the ability to shave off $6,800 off of your profit, get right back to your break even, and pay your loan down that way as well. So now, now you're paying down the loan with the appreciation of the deposit itself. But remember, you took that $9,000 out. So now from that $9,000, you have how much left in debt? Let's see. Take away. This is what you got left in debt now. Oh, hold on. $2,200. So now what that means is that $6,800 out of that $9,000 is yours to keep. And all you're left with is $2,200 debt that you owe yourself. And now if you get another move to the upside, you'll be able to pay that down with the more appreciation of the original deposit. That's the second way.
Okay.
You have a third way, which is the most complex way, but I think one of the most rewarding ways.
Right.
That's whereas you utilize the downside of the market, right? So once the rally that we're in right now is over with, and we're looking for more downside, what you would do is is known as a debt swap, utilizing smart contracts.
Right.
What this allows an individual to do is take the balance. Remember, you borrowed $9,000. Let's look at an example here. let's say that we would have taken that loan out somewhere back here, and now we're kind of at the bottom of the market and we're starting to turn over now. So you would only do this once you're looking at an approaching bear market for the mid to long term. I wouldn't do short term too much because it's a chance to get it liquidated. I would wait until the overall market is over. But while that market is good, you're growing your original deposit account. So now let's say that you don't want to come out of pocket to pay off that loan. What you would do is use the debt swap function, which is going to take that $9,000 and you'll be able to move it into a depreciating asset. Right. So let's say that we're looking at Ethereum being at the end of its rally. Let's say right now, we had a 34% increase, right? So we were able to pay off 68. We only owe 2,200. Let's say that we are looking for Ethereum. Let's see. Let me get up a clean chart for the people so I can make more sense. Let's say, let's go. Nah, hold on, because I know that's not gonna work. Let's look at Kraken. This should be clear, and if it's not, I'll clear it up. All right, let me clear this up real quick. So now we're gonna use the opposite, right? We already had our increase. Boom, we got our profits. Now what we're gonna do is look for a pullback on the market, which has the ability as of right now. There we go. So if we stay under this gold line, we have the possibility of pulling back between here and here. Right. So now we're looking at a possibility of shaving off somewhere between 10 to about 16%. Let's just play it to the lower end at 16%. So now from that 2,200 that we owe ourselves, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to lock in or stabilize our original deposit account because we're looking at a pullback coming in, and we're looking at about 16% losses on the other end. So now from that 2,200 that we owe, we're going to shave off another 16%, and that's going to leave us with 1,848. So now we're taking away our debt by utilizing the debt swap and basically short selling our debt balance.
So as the asset begins to decrease in value, your debt actually decreases as well.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Those are the top 3 ways for you to get rid of your debt.
Okay. So another question that I have is there a credit approval process in order to borrow against your deposit? And if so, how does that work?
Absolutely not. So within this blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance sector, what you're doing, if it was in a traditional system, it would be looked at as a secured loan. That means you're putting something up as security in order to issue that loan. Right. Within this space, it has to be an over-collateralization, normally up to about 75%. So whatever you're looking to take out, it would be 75% of the original deposit. So if we were to put in 10,000.
Yo,
am I back?
Yeah, you good.
Mm-hmm. My fault. What I was saying is that let's say that you put in that $10,000 and you got a 75% debt to collateral ratio. That means you'll be able to be approved for up to $7,500 worth of credit that you can issue yourself without having to give up any type of personal information. Definitely no name, no age, no social security number. Absolutely nothing. All you need to do is have the knowledge in order to interact with the space.
Damn. So basically, let's say I'm down to my last 10 bands, and I don't want to, and I know money is just being blown. If you have it sitting in your bank account or if you have it sitting in savings and whatnot, more than likely, Murphy's Law is going to kick in and somebody's going to come for that money. Mm-hmm. What you're saying is, instead of doing that and being at the mercy of bill collectors, I could take that 10,000 and stretch it.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can get paid passively with it and stretch it.
God damn. This is definitely the real. This is some new money matrix shit. Cause, correct me if I'm wrong. When in history have we been able to do shit like this?
Not in my lifetime.
Not in mine either.
Not in my lifetime at all. Like So, okay, let me say this. Within the underworld, right?
Yeah.
We've had financial systems. We all know this, from the mob to running numbers. You know what I'm saying? We did have an underworld financial system. but that was still at the whim of human error, human greed, which can still have the side effects of the traditional financial system, to whereas you may not get a fair shake.
Right.
Okay, so we've had our own financial systems, boots on the ground, but it hasn't been as clear cut, as fair, and as automated as what we got right now. Never in my life.
And as legal, because this is legal. We're not talking about under the table activities.
No, absolutely no. Legal. Let me say this: legal and within the gray area, because this space is so new, Brother Red Pill. They have not yet passed legislation about a lot of these protocols and a lot of this new software and technology that's here, to be honest with you. So it's not legal nor illegal. It's
right. Gray area.
Yep.
You know, it's called the window open opportunity time.
Hey, if it was ever a time to get involved with what may come to pass to be the new financial system, it's before that financial system is up and running for everybody, because those are going to be the ones that profit from it. Everybody else is just going to be the recipients and the users of it. We're going to be the ones that profit off it and are going to have the possibility of making future decisions based off the decisions we make today, in my opinion.
No, that's raw right there, bro. That's definitely raw. Yeah, it would definitely. I got people asking how could they tap in. Well, you know, you're in luck, because today at 4:44 Eastern time, right? Eastern time, 4:44 on Zoom, me and the good brother is going to be doing our weekly classes. This is week 3. Mm-hmm. And the brother's been giving it up. I don't even know any other way to say it, but he's been going in and giving it up, and he's been in his mother effing bag. Just 7 days ago, I was in Chicago with Chicago Crypto. We were on we was at the South Side.
We was actually in Pilsen.
Where?
In Pilsen. It's the Hispanic neighborhood.
Okay, we was in Pilsen. Yeah, Red Pill and Pilsen. And shout out to all of the family over there.
Yes, sir. Shake and Bake, the whole Your Hood Heroes team, for allowing us to use their location. That's definitely one of the guys AD running up.
When I come through, so I really appreciate them. And we were doing class live, you know what I mean? I had the pleasure of being there and seeing my good brother perform his magic live, you know what I mean? And it was a sight to behold, you know what I mean? He was doing his thing. He had his son there, which is very impressive to a brother such as myself. Anytime the children are involved, you know, that's just you know, that's like an extra 100 points for me.
Appreciate it.
And then after that, I got to witness my brother go on stage, on a world stage right there in his home city of Chicago, you know, and he demonstrated at the high level tour. He was able to have a demonstration in front of his peers in Chicago, and I know that was a watershed moment. It was unforgettable. Yeah, unforgettable night of power in Chicago with culture leader 19 Keys. You know, I almost shed a tear because I know how huge that was for my brother to be on that stage. Shit, when I was on that stage in Boston, it was a moment for me and whatnot. You know what I mean? I felt the power of it. I felt the importance of it. And I just felt the, I felt the moment, you know what I mean? It was a powerful moment. So, you know, salute to you for doing what only you can do. You got up there and you gave them people some game that they, you know what I mean? I was about to go tell the people at the door, yo, charge them an extra $1,000.
If anybody was actually able to pick up, because I dropped a lot within that short amount of time.
You had to record that shit on your phone and go back home and like print that bitch out and go to ChatGPT because you was breaking it down.
Facts. And that wouldn't, once again, let me put it out there, that would not have been possible, right? In this paradigm, I don't know what may have happened in another dimension, but within this paradigm, that wouldn't have been possible had you and your brother not introduced me to 19 Keys. So I appreciate you guys. That's a direct effect of what y'all put in motion. You know what I mean?
Look, man, one thing about the pillars, you know, our superpowers is in connecting people, you know, and helping to build this network, you know what I mean? And I'm just honored that, you are doing what you have been sent here to do. That's what matters the most, and we'll continue to connect, and we'll continue to build bridges, and we'll continue to kick down certain doors and make sure that y'all can run in those rooms with us, because that's what this is about. You know what I mean? We here to do this thing together.
No, big facts.
So,
Big facts. And let me say this too. Is man, the space is so right. In fact, Brother Red Pill, you was in the last class that I did, where I walked you through how to get free money without any money.
man, I'm kicking myself in the butt because I missed out on that ENS drop.
Bro, that one right there put a lot of people in position to really help themselves financially in a way that they've never been able to. Because people was telling me they got, I think that the highest amount somebody told me they got from that airdrop was like $56,000. So that means family. That means you wake up one day and there is $56,000 in the account waiting for you to withdraw it. It's up to you. Go ahead, Ripper. My fault.
Nah, you know what I mean? I'm tight. You were showing me all the wallets and shit. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit of greed kicked in. I was like, damn, I want that too. And I'm now that I know the game about the airdrops, because I've been hearing about the airdrops for eons. I just didn't see, we from the show me state. Once you see them numbers, you start to pay attention. And I'm like, okay, I'm paying full attention. Because I spent a few bands with ENS getting my .ether names and shit like that. Spent a few dollars with them. So, I was looking forward to that airdrop. But I'm definitely going to be there to catch any of that manna that they got raining out of the skies. Nothing like some free bread, y'all.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it. And as an added bonus, right, it also, depending on what platforms you're using, like everything we went through that day, Red Pill, it will set up an individual to understand how to maneuver through the space using these protocols, because they're basically paying y'all to learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're giving you the ability to use these protocols, this new financial system, for free with their money. It's test money because you're testing out software. But then on the back end, they're going to come back and hit your hand for being one of the ones that tested the software before anybody else knew the software was even available. It's like a win-win, bro. I don't know how people could. Man, there should be thousands of people in them classes, bro.
It's a reward system that is, rewarding people for being early to the game, early adapters, and just being just sticking in. I mean, shit, they not asking you for much, just participation, right? Whereas when we're on the social media and we're participating in these platforms, we're not getting nothing for it. We're getting dopamine and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But Mark Zuckerberg ain't airdropping no bread to you. You know what I'm talking about? Google ain't sending you a check just for being there, for watching their videos.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah. We're talking about the new digital financial system, Blue Magic, Be Mine. There you go.
About the language that we may be using may be somewhat foreign, but we are having a conversation about the new money matrix and decentralized financing and things of that nature. Yeah, that part.
It's definitely something that every individual within our demographic, just to think about this, Red Pill, this isn't it's a choice. Okay, it's definitely a choice. But man, if you really think about your future, bro, it's not. It's like there's no way you could turn your back or turn a blind eye to the future of money if you are worried about money.
Right.
Like, there's no way that we can't get involved with this space. It's so ripe. It's so open. With the bright minds that we got within our communities,
right,
that all they need to do is be introduced to this world, bro, the possibilities in my mind are endless. We just need the right introductions. We need the right individuals introduced, and that starts with the parents. You know what I mean? Once I get y'all involved and get y'all interested, and then you see what it has available for the children, it's going to trickle down, and it's gonna start a wildfire within that family to where it's now the kids, now cousins, you know what I mean? That's where it needs to be. As much as we're interacting with this gaming system, this social media system, they got social media that pays you out. They got games that pay you out. It's like we're doing so much for free, and we could be doing the exact same thing. But like you said, we may not get that same dopamine high because we don't have the amount of people over here interacting. So you may not get the same amount of likes. You may not get the same amount of interaction, but you're going to get 100% more capital than any of these games or social media sites have ever paid you out.
Right.
100%.
You know, it doesn't have the same type of network effect that TikTok and Instagram have because of their volume. You know what I mean? People, they that's a network effect. However, like the brother said, if you really into this thing, not just for the hype and for the effects of it, but you want real results, then the new money matrix and these newer platforms are definitely the way. Play to earn, learn, earn to learn, and pay to play. That's the future. And for the brother or the sister who asked the question in the chat, are these classes available on a Patreon? Yes, yes, and yes. We have 3 classes already recorded with the good brother. Well, today we'll make our 3rd class. And we have another 4 classes prior to that where we onboarded you into the world of precious metals and finances with our good brother in Cairo and whatnot. So this is a process that we're taking. These are steps that we're taking to teach and to enlighten and to do it in a way where it's palatable, where you could watch the video or watch the class. You can pause it. As you see, my good brother, Chicago Crypto, he keeps you focused because he's not distracting you with anything else, but the information is right in front of you, okay? He shares his screen and he shows you the process, and you could do the same thing, you know, right from your computer.
And for those that want to dive in a little bit deeper too, they may need one-on-one assistance or want to get to the real nitty-gritty, dirty, psychedelic, out of this world type of classes and really get a full understanding so that what me and Red Pill are saying really gives you a comprehension level.
Yes.
You want to check out my website, blockwallstreet.io. This is how you get in contact with me. This is how you get a one-on-one with me if you need a little bit of extra help on top of what we're doing with the Patreon over these what we've done already over the last 2 going on 3 weeks now, along with the next week that we're going to do, which is going to close all this out and really, really, really bring it on home with what we're doing with these Solid Gold Sundays. That extra help that you're going to need is going to be found at blockwallstreet.io. And for those that may be on the fence and may want to just learn before they pay a little bit to learn and earn, you can check out my YouTube channel, Chicago Crypto Hustler, on YouTube. You can check out my podcast, which anyone could find just by Googling New Money Matrix. All you got to do is type in, hey, what's going on? There we go. Type in New Money. The first thing that's going to pop up is New Money Matrix, Amir Hodari. You can come over here and binge watch.
How often do you do your podcast, King?
I did this from maybe 2019 to 2021. This before the podcast. It's before everyone was doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody got podcasts, bro.
Right.
And I'm talking about
that's
many.
new.
I was watching a podcast with Magic the other day, bro. From No Limit. I'm like, damn, everybody got podcasts now. But this is before that era.
Right. The day
before that era.
Doctor comes out with a podcast, it's over. I'm like, I no mas. I quit.
But man, I'm talking about a plethora of information over here. You can just ride, soak up, and once again, the more repetitious you listen to this information, the more the language and the terminology that we're using are going to make sense to you. Right.
It is like the brother said, anything that's new, you know, it's a new lexicon to learn. It's a new nomenclature. These are new words, new terms. Once you become more familiar with these terms, you become more confident in what it is that you're doing. Even when we were introducing people to the world of precious metals and whatnot, they were new terms, new lexicon to learn. Learn the language first. You know what I mean? And then once you learn the language first, you begin to, you know, pick up on the information a lot easier and whatnot. So this brother is constantly working. He's constantly adding value. He's constantly kicking out new information. Nothing is stale and whatnot. It's an ongoing process and whatnot, because the market is ongoing. Every day we wake up, them charts is brand new. You know what I'm talking about? So shit don't move, they don't stop. It just keeps going, it keeps going. But as it keeps going, as the currency is continuing to current, right?
Mm-hmm.
New things are opening up, new doors are opening up, new possibilities are opening up, new ways to basically tap in are opening up. This is something that I want y'all, if you don't walk away from this knowing, remembering anything, walk away from this remembering that, regardless of what mainstream media or regardless of what your mind may be giving you, if you're thinking and lacking whatnot, the market is always moving. Currency is a current. It is always moving. Energy never dies. So don't ever make anybody make you feel like you can't tap in to the exponential wealth that's in this world, because the shit is moving like the water in the ocean is, right? All you got to do is get in.
Facts. Facts. And
So
I want to share something. Go ahead, but I want to share something with them just so they can see how dire, and maybe not how our demographic is looking at it, but how another demographic within another tax bracket is looking at the future of what we call decentralized finance, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
For an entire generation, which will eventually be in charge of all of the wealth, right? Here's a crazy stat. So our generation, I mean, I'm the old one, but I'm the second to last year of the boomers. So my generation is going to transfer $37 trillion to my kids' generation, to the echo boomers. Okay? Here's the thing. They are not going to move it into gold. They're not going to move it into stocks and bonds. They're going to move it into digital assets. And my granddaughter, who's a Zoomer, a Gen A, will never have one of these. She will never have a wallet. She will never know paper money. She's 0 today, 6 months. She will never know paper money. She will never know leather wallet. She will know a digital wallet. She will know digital money. Hopefully not CBDCs. Hopefully Bitcoin at all. And Bitcoin has.
So just real quick, I just wanted to play that for the people so they can see how other people are preparing, bro. They're already knowing. While we're on the maybe not, they got it in their head already. Hey, look, we got about $1 billion worth of assets under the family estate. What are we gonna do with this? We need to get prepared for this. So while we're on the fence straddling, bro, people that are way more prepared than us already know what type of game it is. Already know what day it is. That's what I'm really trying to get across to the people. It's not just about us. You have to get the kids, the seeds, the future involved with this space, because it ain't about me and you. Our time is, we here, but I understand that this is about the legacy that we're leaving by. And like, man, my grandson right now, bro, 5, when he see Bitcoin, that's where we need them at, bro. We need them to, when they see it, they comprehend, oh, that's Bitcoin. Instead of when they see a dollar, give me a dollar. No, away with that. They need to understand assets and what's really valuable.
Right. Henceforth, he said $37 trillion will be transferred to the generation, the Zoomers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be my generation.
Mm-hmm.
We said we were playing the long game. So what I mean by that, the long game is basically, passing these assets and passing this knowledge on to the little ones. That's the long game. You can't talk crypto and you can't talk assets to a room full of students or family members if you don't got it.
Facts.
But if you have a little bit of it, then you could talk that shit right at the barbecue, at the holiday, in front of the family, at the dinner table. When you go and see your children and you schooling them and whatnot, when you talking to other people's children. I want us to become the vanguards for the future, right? being prepared. We're not a beggar nation. We're not here to shake a cup. We're not here to ask anybody for anything. We're not here to say, oh, look what you did to me. Now you owe me. We don't want to entertain shit like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to entertain is in the years of 2021, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we were getting our shit together while everybody else wasn't. And now we have something to say. So collectively, we could do more than we could do individually. Henceforth, while we're building up this network, while we got this Patreon class, while we're bringing different groups together, you know, different personalities and different thought leaders, you know, being a bridge, trying our best, because I promise you, the shit is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Trying our best to, you know, bring certain networks together so we could truly see our true value, because your network is truly your net worth.
And your network is going to be you and those that you're amongst. You know what I'm saying? Who do you spend your time with? Birds of a feather flock together. So
That's a
fact. If you one of the dirty birds and you ain't got the mind state to understand what's coming forth and how to prepare, I'm not flocking with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm only dealing with those that are on what I'm on, Brother Red Pill. I don't have time for any other tomfoolery.
That's right. To be honest with you, that sounds like the best survival tactic moving forward. Knowing how people are moving these days, no flocking. I'm not flocking. I'm taking up the same I'm taking up the same covenant that you taking up. If you're not flying the way that we flying, I ain't flying with you.
Nope.
I ain't flying with you. I'm turning down requests or invitations and shit like that. I just, you know, pigeons and eagles don't fly together. So it has to remain the same when it comes to this new money matrix. If you fiat minded and you debt minded and whatnot, and you're not thinking for the future, we speak in different languages. No.
And
not gonna talk.
The frequency be so different that what we're speaking is gonna repel those that ain't ready for it. They're not even gonna gravitate towards it.
Right. Respectfully. You did?
You know?
Respectfully. So once again, y'all, I look forward to seeing everyone in class today. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be going through steps today that you're definitely gonna need to have under your belt. Today's gonna be a very detailed day. Make sure y'all got notes, pen, pad. Make sure you take notes rather. Even though it's gonna be recorded, you know, you definitely want to have your own game plan on what I'm going through and your own explanation. That way you'll be able to break it down to others. But we're definitely going through step A, B, C, D today.
Facts. Appreciate you, Ken.
No, I appreciate you guys.
No doubt. So with that being said, y'all, once again, happy Sunday to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Love and light to the family. And we will catch up with y'all later on in the Zoom in about 30 minutes and whatnot. If you have anything that you want to leave them with.
Always remember this saying, comprehension before compensation.
Right.
That means you need to have a comprehension level of what you're trying to be compensated for, or risk losing that compensation. A lot of times we try to go in it backwards and get compensated before we have a comprehension. And if you do that, the effects are going to be more detrimental than they are helpful. Family, don't go looking for the fluff. Don't go looking for the easy win, because you have people that will sell you what you're looking for. But if you're looking for generational wealth, if you're looking to put yourself ahead of the rest by at least 5 to 10 years, y'all really found it right here. Give me a follow. Check out my YouTube. Check out my podcast. Visit the website, blockwallstreet.io, and I'll see y'all at 4:44 p.m.
They want you to repeat the name of your podcast one more again.
It's New Money Matrix right here. New Money Matrix.
New Money Matrix, y'all. Go check out that library that he has. Soak it up. And, you know, let's level up our thinking and whatnot and our methods. And with that being said, peace, love, and light to everyone. Enjoy your vacation and your holiday tomorrow. Be responsible. Keep your head on swivel and be very safe out there.
Let me say this, too. I forgot. Because I know that the community at large